Okay, Kieran, we're ready when you are.
Okay, so apologize for my voice here. I've been sick for, gosh, it feels like almost over a month now. So, okay, so I'll call this meeting to order. It is 7:01, Monday, January 8th, 2024. I will call for our land acknowledgement. I'll call on our legislative assistant to read the land acknowledgement. Justin.
Thank you. The city of Thorold is situated on treaty land. This land is steeped in the rich history of the First Nations, such as the Haudenosaunee, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe, including the Mississauga, the Credit First Nation. There are many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people from across Turtle Island that live and work in Niagara today. The city of Thorold stands with all Indigenous people, past and present, in promoting the wise stewardship of the land on which we live.
Thanks, Justin. So are there any declarations of interest? I see none. Can I get a mover and a seconder to adopt our agenda? So we got a mover and a seconder. Oh, I see one. And Councillor Divias too. Thank you. Sorry, it's a little bit harder doing this from the computer than it is when you're sitting in the council room. But again, I don't want to get anyone sick today. So can I get a mover? So I'll call the question. All those in favor? Oppose? That's carried. So adoption of the minutes. Can I get a mover and a seconder to adopt the minutes? I got a mover for Joe and a seconder, Councillor Divias. Thank you. So I'll call the question. All those in favor? Oppose? That's carried. So we do have some section 6.1 correspondence 6.1 CLK C86 2023, the future use of James White Arena. Parks and Trail and Recreation Advisory Committee motion regarding the future use of the James White Arena passed council on November 21st, 2023. Is there any discussion that we want to have with this?
Mr. Chair, I have an update as well, if you wish.
Perfect.
So Jeff Holman informed me that the next steps will be hopes to bring a terms of reference to the committee for review at the next meeting in February, as they are delayed in the setup of their new facility and then moving out of the arena. So things have been a little bit delayed, and he's hoping that by next meeting he'll have something for the committee.
Okay. Can we get you just to reread the motion that was passed, because I know we had some input from a few different committee members and the actual language that was presented to council and what was brought back from them.
Okay, just give me a moment to pull it up.
Yeah, no problem. I just know there was a few people that added to it, and
Is there a sound problem?
It says that staff be directed to involve the Parks, Trails, Recreation Advisory Committee in the process regarding the future use of the James Wyatt Arena, including reviewing the list of submissions for the expression of interest and reviewing the terms of reference.
okay. All right. So is there any other discussion that we want to have this, or do we want to move to our next bit of correspondence? I see Bob, you have your hand up. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, my sound was off for a while, so I wasn't sure exactly what you guys were talking about. But the arena, what was our final decision on that? Or is it still open for discussion? Because
It's still open for discussion. It's just that we would be involved with any, like as Justin had just mentioned, the terms of reference or any expression of interest that would come through our committee prior to being approved or directed by city staff. Is that right, Justin?
Yeah, so the next would be the terms of reference likely in the February meeting that Mr. Holman plans to bring.
Okay, and we haven't, our committee hasn't proposed anything as of yet. We were just in the discussion stage still.
Yeah, there was quite the discussion last meeting back in November.
Okay, but we haven't finalized that.
No, we haven't finalized anything.
Okay, that's fine. They're just catching up, guys. Sorry.
No worries. It was a long holiday. We did miss December, and we've been away for a couple of months here. So I'm sure most of us have been fighting a cold or something of some sorts over the past month or two. So okay, so if there's no further business on that, I will move on to our next topic. Right. So 6.2, we have CLK-C87-2023, mapping of Lake Gibson corridor. So Lake Gibson corridor subcommittee resolution respecting the mapping of the Lake Gibson corridor passed by council November 21st, 2023. Is there any discussion? Or is there any other updates on this, Justin?
There's no other updates. This, I think, will be included in the next budget, and then it'll go from there.
Okay.
So it might be some time.
Okay, thanks. So we'll move right along here unless there's any further discussion to item 6.3 PTRC 5-2023, council committees as local boards. So the report CLK 11-2023, council committees as local boards were passed by council on November 21st, 2023. Is there any discussion we would like to have with this? I'm not sure it affects our committee as much as most, but Justin, maybe you can inform the rest of the committee with that.
So the biggest change to this committee is that the subcommittees, the active transportation and the Lake Gibson corridor, are now community liaison groups and won't have regularly scheduled meetings, or will be more staff-led. So there won't be regular updates, for example, to this committee.
Okay. Any questions, comments regarding that? Okay, I see none. So we'll move right into our committee business here. I believe this was brought forward by committee member Ian Woods. It was our volunteer opportunities. And all we have here is just if there's any discussion regarding any of the volunteer opportunities within the community. A very quiet bunch today. I thought I was going to be the quiet one today.
I know Ian was he's not on today, but he was asking about, I think, ways that things are communicated. So I update from our community relations specialist that we promote things through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter posts, and our website has rotating banners that have public announcements about various activities and opportunities in the city. We also have digital screens here at the city as well, and at some of our new locations forthcoming, as well as external and internal newsletters. And I know at one of the other past meetings, I encourage everyone to sign up for the external newsletter to get regular updates on happenings of council, the city, and any potential volunteer opportunities that do come our way.
Nice. And that's that email. I get the email from the city of Thoroldon. It's like the council corner, and it gives you an idea of what's been going on, what's been approved, what's all the volunteer opportunities and things as well. True. Okay, seeing if if there's no further discussion, we'll move straight into the round table here. So is there any items anyone has that they want, say either, added to the agenda for next week, coming weeks? They can see something within, for spring, because it is just right around the corner. As much as we sit here in January, it's only a couple of months away. So
I have Councillor Sentence in the chamber for you.
yeah, go ahead, Councillor Sentence.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Through you, I would just, that email we got today, Justin, on training or coming in, could you maybe for the group explain what's going to be happening? Because I think that's what a lot of people have asked for. I know Peter DiPaolo on this committee had asked for that as well, so thank you.
Yep. So through the chair, just an update that everyone should have, and if you didn't, please let me know, received a training notification for Committee of Council training for January 24th and January 31st, covering various topics related to committees and how they operate, how they work, your role in the committee, etc. So that'll be coming on, January 24th at 6:30 and January 31st at 10 a.m. So we'll be covering that training. It's the same meeting. So in the email it said you only have to come to one, so don't feel that you need to come to both because they will be the same topics. And then at the end, after training, we hope to have a comprehensive manual as well with the breakdown of kind of what was covered in training and things like that.
Thanks, Justin. Do we have anyone else? Any other items for discussion? I did have one, just being an observer throughout the holidays, attending a lot of the free public skates and stick and pucks with the kids and with portions of our hockey team and whatnot. And we would get there, say there would be a public skate on a Tuesday. It was the Tiny Tots from 10 till noon. And then you had a stick and puck from noon till 1, and then you had a public skate from 1 till say 4. And that was kind of the schedule, not every single day. But when we were going, I just noticed from going to the stick and puck, we'd get there at noon. There'd be maybe 2-3 families on the ice with the small kids going away, which I used to do with the kids as well. It was a great time. But then there was about 75 kids lined up for the stick and puck for 1 hour. It was chaos. My son's a goalie. He's 7 years old. He got all dressed up in his equipment. He goes out in the net, and it's just a free for all from all over the place. I'm just obviously that's not going to be the same in the coming weeks, but maybe something to think about over the holiday period for the coming years of possibly having our center ice boards put out for like what we do when we have our half ice hockey, and maybe separating the kids from 7 to or 12 and under or 12 and over, or extending that period maybe an hour or to maybe 2 hours, because it was very well attended. There was free hot chocolate, there was popcorn the whole week long. It was fantastic to see. I was surprised too that my kids of playing hockey still enjoyed the public skate after as well. So again, kudos to the city for putting that on. Just if there's something we can do in the coming holiday season to or any other time, maybe even March break, because I'm thinking there's going to be other opportunities where the city's probably going to put some of this same sort of thing on. Just one of my thoughts from seeing throughout the holidays there. Jacob, I see you with your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, Mr. Chair, for the feedback. I'm glad you attended and had a good time. We do have some other public skate events that will be planned for Family Day and over March break as well. So for sure, we'll consider your feedback and see if we can extend that. Because yeah, I think it was a lot busier for the stick and puck than we initially expected. And some of the skate patrol staff do go home for the holidays because they're also local university students. So there was a lot more than we expected, but I think we'll have some more people out and another couple events planned coming up.
All right, great. Something to maybe put on our agenda for, is March break and is there going to be something similar to that throughout the March break period as well, or just the family day weekend?
Yeah, I think over March break, we'll plan some additional free skate time whenever we can. Obviously, we do have a couple bookings that kind of spread throughout that week, so whenever we have some open ice, we'll try and put some additional programming on the ice for the public as well, for kids while
Okay.
they're out of school.
Did we have the same sort of events running at the Walker Center as well, or was it just Thorold? Because when I checked on the website on my phone and I look through, I can't, you only see the Thorold Arena schedule. You don't see the Brock facility
Yeah,
schedule.
we typically just do the public skating programs at the downtown Doherty Arena.
Okay.
We have in the past run senior skate kind of on the shoulder season out of Canada Games Park, but typically it's just out of the Doherty because that's where we're able to control the programming and then keep our supplies for public skating, such as the cash box and computer. Whereas bringing students up there and kind of working between two locations becomes a little bit more complex.
I saw Marcia with your hand up there.
It's been a while since Ken Sentence and my son, we used to go stick and puck, but is it still divided up by age?
It was not. It was like I said, it was quite a free for all. There's the few of the older parents, such as myself, on the ice, controlling most of it in one end. The kids did seem to, disperse into other ends towards, gravitating towards their age group. But again, there was a lot of, I'm not sure there was a lot of people out there. I'm just
Yeah, we
saying.
used to do it 10 and under. So back in the day when we used to have stick and puck every Tuesday and Thursday from 3:30 till 4:30, it was one day was the younger kids and then the second day was 13 to 16. So if you were too old, you weren't in with the young ones, and if you were too young, you weren't with the old ones. So that could Braun would know the most probably, or Eric, Jacob, if you're asking them, they'll probably, or Jerry, he'll know what age groups we used to break them up into. And it did work. We did it for years and years. They were always broken up into two age groups. So
Yeah.
Jerry
Okay.
will help you with that one.
Yeah, and typically for stick and puck, like the regular times, we'll put out kind of a smaller set of nets on the one side of the ice,
Yeah.
and then the larger full-size set of nets on the other side.
Yeah.
We haven't put out the dividers in the past, but I could definitely ask the TA if that's something they might let us use, and then they might be open to that as well.
I wonder if we'll let you.
Yeah,
All right, Bob, I see you with your hand up there.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, you got my email about the frog pond.
Yes.
Now, is it my imagination or did they put in a freeway underneath Beaver Dams Road for the frogs that have access to Beaver Dams Pond? Did you ever find out?
Yes, so Justin gave me a brief response. Apologies if I did not forward that on. Justin, you were directing him towards, was it the Climate Change and Act?
So I know there was a little bit of discussion or update to the Lake Gibson group in September. I'd say any questions or more information about it can go to Sean Dunsmore. He provided me with the information that it is a wildlife access to the frog pond is what he informed me. But any more
Is that-
questions should go to him.
Was that part, who paid for that? The region? Because it's on a regional road, or did the city have to pay for that? City of Thorold.
I know nothing about it, so I would direct everything to Mr. Dunn. Ken
I see.
Sentence has his hand
Okay.
up as well.
They put it in and nobody knows anything about it. It's
The,
kind of what we're saying publicly anyways.
I believe, Bob, that the developer who made the mistake of tearing it up in the beginning was responsible for paying for that, but we can check with Sean because they had a lot on their plate from that. But there is one under there. The purpose was for wildlife to be able to come back and forth, but I believe the developer paid for it, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Counselor Sentence. Anything else for roundtable discussion here? assume once we get towards the a little bit warmer months, people will start thinking more about their parks and their trails. At that point, but so I see we have no further discussion on this. Okay. I will announce our next meeting. It will be held on February 5th, 2024. Any agenda items you can think of between now and then, please feel free to reach out to myself. We'll have them added to the agenda. If there's anything you think of, regardless if it's for next month or it's for, you know, the spring or the summer or the next school year, please let us know. And yeah, I will be no further business. I'll call this meeting adjourned at 7:22 p.m. Thank you.